Notice of distressing and/or shocking content. This warning is meant to show that there are some touchy subjects that may actually pose a threat in real life, or just frightening subjects in general, which are possibly distressing and/or shocking content, and is not meant for the faint of heart. We are not endorsing this subject in any form, and we are just parodying it in a friendly manner. Reason: depictions of racism, depictions of sexism, Grigory Alexandrovich Karakal. Aliases: Big Floppa. Relatives: Alexander Karakal, Justin, Floppert, Chegg, Lil Floppa, Floppa's Hoe. Affiliation: Floppa Clan. Occupation: rapper, musician, businessman, philanthropist, mafia. Biographical information: marital status: single, used to be taken by Floppa's Hoe. Date of birth: December 24, 1984. Place of birth: Miami, Florida, United Flops of America. Date of death: December 24, 2019. Place of death: Detroit, United Flops of America. Physical description: species: Karakal, Floppa, primeval. Gender: male. Height: 186 millimeters. Weight: 330 kilograms. Eye color: greenish yellow. Appearances: portrayed by The Amazing Floppa. Debut: in April 2018, Andrei Bondarev, a videographer from Moscow, posted a photo of the first Big Floppa image. Floppa No Ho. Big Floppa, 2014. Gregory Karakal, birth name Gregory Alexandrovich Karakal, professionally known as Big Floppa, was a famous rapper and artist from the United Flops of America. After releasing the album Floppa No Ho, which was funded by his friend Gargantius Floppa, and his other friend Bella, he rose in prominence, making him the most successful rapper of all time. His debut album, which is also his most famous album, Floppa No Ho, was released on November 24, 2014. It was his only released studio album, with the others being only live concerts or engaged posthumously. The album contains 7 tracks, with track number 2, Floppa No Ho, being the biggest hit, peaked at number 1 in Billboard Hot 100. Big Floppa was brutally murdered just a day before his birthday, on December 23, 2019, in 63rd Street, Detroit. Big Floppa was born in Miami, Florida, on December 24, 1984, being the second child of Alexander Karakal and Catherine Karakal. Big Floppa is of Floppa-Slavian descent, according to an interview in 2014, hence his Slavic-like name. Although his grandfather and great-grandfather did not have Slavic names, his grandmother did have a Slavic name as she lived in Floppa-Slavia and married his grandfather. Big Floppa has 2 siblings, his older half-brother Justin and his little sister Floppert. He lived most of his childhood in Miami with his family. Big Floppa's talent in music and arts started showing when he was 4. Big Floppa's kindergarten teacher was teaching the students to sing when suddenly Big Floppa, instead of adequately singing, rapped smoothly. The teacher loved his rap and called his father to say that Big Floppa is talented. Big Floppa's father, who was not interested in music in any sort, ignored it and told Big Floppa to just be normal and do nothing. Big Floppa insisted on rap, So every Friday, Big Floppa's teacher would ask Big Floppa to rap at the front of the class. He was so happy, even though nobody cared. In the 1990s, Big Floppa and Justin had a conversation in middle school, where they joked about being an actual rapper. Justin, who was a supportive brother, told Big Floppa that if he becomes a rapper, he would be rich AF. Big Floppa said that he had considered becoming one, but Justin interrupted and said he needed a catchy stage name. Thus, the name Big Floppa was born. Throughout middle school, Big Floppa and Justin often slept late to write rap lyrics and beat, with the help of their sister Floppa, who attended art class. However, Big Floppa's grades plummeted since he focused only on his hobby, so he stopped making lyrics and tunes until 2010 when he wrote his first single, Big Floppa. In the 2000s, Big Floppa did some naughty things, resulting in Chegg and Lil Floppa. Both of them would help their father to become famous and to lead Floppa clan. Lemme get this straight. I flop phone no ho. I flopped phone no ho. I ain't even know who this Floppa's ho is. Big Floppa during an interview in 2018. 2010 to 2014, early career, pre-studio publishing. In 2010, Big Floppa anonymously released his first single, Big Floppa. The track turned out to be a success. It kick-started his career, boosted his morale, and increased his work ethic. In 2011, Big Floppa and Justin contacted Bella, an old friend, to help fund them to make an album. Bella agreed and helped them with pieces of equipment. Big Floppa also asked Sogger, Mike, and Bally to help them. At first, Sogger did not believe that Big Floppa made Big Floppa, but then he agreed to join. The team pulled together and wrote 9 tracks, released as the album Flop Fo No Ho. 2012, Avoiding Death with Sogger. In 2012, Big Floppa bought a ticket on Costa Flopcordia, but on the 13th of January the ship sunk. Sogger was scared and she slipped, damaging her head. Floppa and Sogger got on the lifeboat and escaping the ship. 2014 to 2015, the Golden Age. After finishing the 9 tracks, the Big Floppa Records finally released their first studio and last release, Flop Fo No Ho. On the first day, there was nothing, but the album went mainstream the next day. Big Floppa's popularity skyrocketed, and he instantly gained hundreds and thousands of flops. He got interview requests from everywhere, and around 3 billion cats became a fan. 2015 to 2019, live concerts, tours, and death. Big Floppa started his first tour in late 2015, where he traveled across the United Flops. The tour's named the Big Floppa Tour. He first traveled to his hometown Miami, where his father was called onto the stage. He then traveled up north to Floppington, DC, and then to Philadelphia. Then, he got to New Flop City, Cleveland, and then Detroit. His final stop was Chicago. Big Floppa's last and second tours called Big Floppa Goes International, where he went to Europe and big countries. He went to most of Europe, Flopxico, Sogada, Flopaslavia, Flopan, and Bing Australia. On December 26, 2019, after Big Floppa's death, some theorized that Big Floppa escaped to Brazil instead of succumbing to fatal wounds in a hospital bed. However, many believe this theory to be rejected due to witness testimony placing Big Floppa's corpse in the suspected vehicle. The world ended up losing the most influential and inspiring artist that anyone had ever seen, causing a riot lasting 2 days. Why don't we, just take some ride? We could take the boys as well. Probably just a little relaxing trip around Detroit. Maybe we'll go to 63rd Street if we're lucky enough. Big Floppa day before his death. On December 23, 2019, Big Floppa was sequentially found dead after a drive-by shooting on 63rd Street, Detroit. Released medical documents account for 16 gunshot wounds, leaving him in a critical state. The renowned musician was rushed to a surrounding hospital where he would later be pronounced dead after succumbing to his injuries. The official cause of death was reported as low oxygen caused by pneumothorax coupled with catastrophic injury to the heart and major blood vessels, leading to lethal blood loss. This artist shall live on in our hearts. May he flop in peace. In 2021, Big Floppa 2 was created by Floppa Clan from the Revelation Project. Mad Drip makes Big Floppa 2 the leader and announces to the public that Big Floppa has been found and has been guided back to Miami. Big Floppa 2 later orchestrated the Second Bingistani Civil War, supported by many Floppa Clan members. Big Floppa has two siblings, Justin and Floppert. All of them received the same luxury from Big Floppa's music sales. He has many friends, including famous rapper Soga. Sometime in early 2016, he called out his father, who did not believe him becoming a real rapper. Still, his father, Alexander, received the benefits of his son's success. Big Floppa's relations with his parents is supposedly good, knowing that his father, Alexander, works for the Floppa clan. Big Floppa has always loved her mother, Catherine, who passed away because of an accident back in 2001. Even though he only has had one name, his mother would call Big Floppa in his American name Gregory or Greg, while his father would call him in his Floppa Slavian name Grigori. Big Floppa was a devout Floppist. He was raised in a moderate Floppist household since his ancestors were Floppa Slavian. Since the Floppa Saga genocide, Big Floppa became a zealot for Floppism as he defended his species against the tyranny of Bingus. He has publicly promoted Floppism many times, and every time he started a live concert performance, he would always pray to Floppas in front of the audience on stage. Big Floppa's children are Chegg and Lil Floppa. Big Floppa were not very close to them since both of them are unwanted products. Still, Big Floppa took care of his children, giving them money and significant positions in the Floppa clan. He later chose Lil Floppa to be his successor in the Floppa clan.